one city, never
Yeah, so that's a stupid
in
argument.
this country
You're getting as
have
bad as
Englishmen taken young girls.
كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي.
For example, you wouldn't get a single English Catholic who would have a natural proclivity to support this, because he's not an Irish nationalist or of Irish descent. No Catholics from any other part of the world would have any connection with this terrorism.
They'd be Irish, of course. They're talking about Irish Catholics. They're not talking about any.
Irish
In America,
nationalism.
the Irish descendants who are American actively supported the IRA. You probably
Yes,
remember
it's
this.
about their
So these are
nationalism.
Americans.
It's a racial
And these
issue.
were Catholics who
American
supported
Irish.
terrorism. American Irish
It's
in
a
New
racial
York,
issue,
in New
isn't
York,
it?
famously.
Yeah.
And this was
Not
the problem,
Italian
that you had this
Catholics in
connection.
America.
You had religion, Catholicism, nationalism, and terrorism all mixed up together, and it was killing innocent people in this country. And many people at that time said, we've got to get rid of the Catholics and the Irish, because clearly they're all messed up in this nefarious, horrible thing.
But one has to analyse
And
it
that's exactly
properly.
what you're doing with Muslims. I think it's a load of rubbish what I've said, because clearly Catholicism as a global historical religion, in its teaching at least, in the last 200 or 300 years, has not supported terrorism.
Did they not come to a political settlement in the end? So was it not about politics?
They did, and it's
So
very
did they go
shaky.
to
It's
the
very
Pope, to
shaky.
the Catholic Pope looking for a solution?
Yeah, it's very shaky
They
in
never
Northern
referred
Ireland.
to the Bible, they never
So-
referred to the Catechism.
We need a political solution in the Middle
Nothing
East.
to do with
So
Catholicism.
we need to stop invading the Middle East. We need to start overthrowing governments like Gaddafi for all his sins. It's a hell of a lot better than the ISIS chaos and civil war we got now. That was it. We're always meddling and killing and overthrowing governments. When will we learn? Never will we learn. We will, and then we
Therefore,
can,
we'll always have
when we get
Islamic terrorism
blowback from
then.
these people, and some idiots from there
As you've said,
come
we'll
and
never
kill
learn,
us, we go,
and therefore
oh,
Muslims
Islam. It's
will
nothing to do with
always be
Islam.
trying to
It's to
kill
do
us.
with politics.
But Muslims will always be trying to kill us.
Reactionary
And
hypocrisy and
therefore,
terrorism.
if we retain larger and larger numbers of Muslims in the United Kingdom, in the national territory, we will be suffering this attempt to kill us forever.
What a load of rubbish. That's
Oh, really?
absolute
So if we
rubbish.
carry on as normal,
Absolute rubbish.
Muslims will just suddenly stop, will they? When
You-
will Muslim- when
How
will
many
we take
Muslim
Muslims
friends
to
have you
stop?
got? How many Muslim
When
friends
will
have you got?
It's an irrelevant question.
No, seriously, do you have any Muslim friends?
Say I had 100 Muslim friends
No,
or one.
how many
it makes
Muslim
no
friends do
difference
you
to the
have?
point.
No, seriously, how many Muslim
The
friends do you have?
point is this,
You're not going to tell me, are you?
that Muslims
See, this is
in
indicative.
the United
People who have
Kingdom
his views typically
wish
don't know
to
any
kill
Muslims, don't have Muslim friends,
British
don't have
people.
Muslim neighbours. They just hate Muslims.
Oh no, half a minute. I've had Muslims working to me, so you know. That's,
Well, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm accusing him. I'm
Okay, maybe-
not disagreeing with you.
So the British have a choice. Have a choice to
You mean-
allow an increasing number of Muslims in the United Kingdom, in which case that means forever to face the reality of trains being blown up, buildings being blown
No,
up,
no.
people being beheaded. That's the everlasting reality.
No,
You
it's
have
not.
Muslims in your national territory.
No.
If you don't understand that, you're
That's
blind.
Catholic history, isn't it? Catholic
I've
If
just
you
given him a
stop-
lecture on that.
If the
We must
fewer
not have
Muslims-
Catholics in
the
this
fewer
country
Muslims you
because
have-
they'll carry on bombing us, blowing up, killing our innocent people, bombing pubs,
Hear, hear.
and blowing up Parliament. Because your ancestors
No matter what
were
he says, this is
terrorists.
so.
November the
And he says
5th.
my
What
ancestors
happened
were
on November the 5th?
If my ancestors
They
were
failed.
terrorists,
They
they were
failed.
my ancestors. Not
Your
people today.
people were
Today,
motivated by
the problem is
Catholic terrorism
Muslim
on November the 5th.
terrorists.
Remember the
You'll
5th of
never
November.
Gunpowder,
Gunpowder,
treason,
treason and plot. Catholics
I
tried
see no
to
reason why gunpowder,
destroy
treason,
our
and
democracy,
Please
destroy our
please.
parliament. Catholic
Please
terrorism
please.
in this country goes back centuries.
Decide whether you want
Centuries
your
of
country
Catholic
to
terrorism.
be plagued by terrorism
Catholic
for the
terrorism.
rest of the century.
It is Catholic terrorists who try to
That's
blow
what
up
will happen.
Parliament.
The more Muslims
And
there
every
are,
year we remember
the
that.
realm.
Yeah.
We remember that day they failed because of vigilance. Do you remember Catholic terrorists? Because of their religion. Tried to kill the king and MPs and blow up Parliament. Catholic terrorists. So you're a hypocrite, my friend. You operate a double standards and hypocrisy. Because you would explain away the Irish Republicans and their fight for, you try to
Explain them away.
justify terrorism in England in the 1970s, 1980s or 1950s, as this other guy said. But when it comes to when we bomb the shit out of Muslim countries, which we're still doing today, and we get blowback, which is pretty logical, someone's going to come and kick our ass. You say, oh, the Muslims, the Muslims. No, it's not the Muslims. It's British foreign policy stirring up a whirlwind of terror and evil in the Middle East, and we get some of the blowback back. Is it that difficult for you to understand that? It's not rocket science.
Well, can I ask
So
you a
explain
question?
why the World Trade Center was attacked in
Oh,
19-
World Trade Center. Okay.
You're on dusty ground there.
Why is he on dodgy ground?
Well, Eric believes it was blown up by Mossad. Anyway,
You believe it's a Mossad job, do you?
Mossad, wasn't it?
I
just
haven't
said it
named
was.
anyone.
No, but I'm asking you, do you? So,
I wasn't talking about that.
no, I'm talking about Britain. And 9/11's.
It wasn't 9/11 I was talking about.
What were you talking about?
Okay, let me
Do
finish
you
my
understand the
question.
logic of our
Why?
actions having
Why
repercussions and
did-
blowback to us?
Why
That's
did
my question
Muslims-
to you.
Why did Muslims
in the cave.
Yeah, remote control on their iPhones.
They were sitting in a cave.
Why did
Some
Muslims
goat herders.
try to blow up the World Trade Center in 1993 before Iraq was invaded?
You tell me. What was the motive? What did they say? What was the reason they gave?
Muslims.
What was the reason the people gave?
Muslims, you
Iraq
see.
was invaded in 1991. Okay, originally.
No, Kuwait was invaded.
No, Iraq was invaded.
No, Kuwait was invaded.
Kuwait wasn't invaded because
Kuwait was invaded.
Kuwait
was invaded.
Kuwait was created by the British after World
That's
War
not the
I
point.
as a
Created by the
police
British.
That's not his
state.
point.
Oh, there you go then.
What happened in Kuwait was, remember storming Norman Schwarzkopf?
Storming Norman
He wanted to
Schwarzkopf.
take
What a
the
name for a
US
general. I
Army
mean,
all the way to Baghdad. No.
if you're going to be called a general, call yourself Storming Norman Schwarzkopf.
They didn't
That's just
invade
brilliant.
Baghdad. Ben, they
You
didn't
actually have
invade
to go back to the
Iraq.
70s when the Americans killed the Saudi king.
Now, I'm not too bothered.
Oh,
I understand.
And what about the West
understand
support for
Muslims
Israel?
want to say,
King
Muslims naturally want to justify their being
Probably. I don't know. I don't know.
the British
Well, I've never
national
heard it,
territory.
No, me neither. Me neither.
That's not my concern.
Right.
Saudis having little dogs, black dogs.
I'm just saying to you who are British, you must know that if you allow Muslims
Are there
to
any
remain
British
in your
people here?
national
Are there any
territory,
British people here, by the way? Or are you
Then-
tourists?
you have the consequences which you must know. You see them already.
So
And
you
they'll
want them- you want
continue
Muslims
to
thrown
the end
out?
of the century.
So you want Muslims thrown out?
There's a choice to
Yes,
be
he
made.
does. He does. He's a,
So the choice is to
Choice to
throw
be
them out.
made.
Okay.
Right.
Well, this is
I
very
think
interesting.
just like we shouldn't throw Catholics
No,
out because of
You're the
Catholic
reason.
terrorism,
Official
we shouldn't
doctrine
throw
of the
Muslims
Catholic
out
Church.
You're the-
because
no,
of
that's my
extremist Islamist
No, no.
terrorism. Now, this gentleman
The
will
other
not
point is
admit
you hold a lot
that
of
Catholics have
Muslims.
committed terrorist
Not
acts.
just terrorism.
Including Holocaust denial.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah,
Not just
He
terrorism.
won't admit it. He won't admit it.
I
Islam,
have both of you.
Islam is a
Well, it's
foreign,
a Protestant country.
primitive,
Well, this is
way of life.
true.
a foreign primitive civilization.
Oh.
Islam
We'll
Because
have to
it's
have
inferior.
the Jesuit SS.
will
Shocking
only
news on it.
bring will only bring British civilization down the greater the number of
How
Muslims
do you
here.
bring a civilization down? What's the measure? What's the metric
Well,
of
he's
that?
doing a very good job of it himself
Yeah,
now
we're
by
basically
talking
not-
rubbish.
So then-
He's bringing civilization down
How do you
himself.
measure the
Muslims are the
speed of a
greatest
civilization's
politicians.
going down?
We
How do you
decide
think-
all.
Oh, you want to know?
all policy.
Go on, then.
Okay then.
I know, it must be the number of people going to Catholic Mass.
I'm moving on now. I've had
Exactly, it is.
a 7
So
apiece.
Ireland is not
You have
civilized anymore.
four wives. He can divorce his wife at will, and he has the right to beat his wife. That's bringing your civilization down. Who's that? Not Islam. That's Sharia law.
Oh, so I get to sell my raped daughter for $300, yeah?
Yes.
That's Christian law.
And there's rampant
$300.
Really?
Christian law. The daughter has to marry the rapist.
And
Yeah?
marrying your
That's
first
amazing, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
cousin. Well, the deformities of children amongst Pakistani families is huge.
Really?
They marry their first cousin.
I'm Pakistani. I'm Pakistani. I'm not married to my first cousin. I married an Arab. So, you know, that's totally different, isn't it?
I'll be in when it's next time.
Because what we want to be sure is that you're not just mouthing
Now,
inane
imagine this.
Muslim.
My brother married an Arab as well.
If you marry your first cousin, there are going to be genetic defects. And Muslims have that
That's not actually
in a
true.
big way, because they marry their first cousins. For us, it's prohibited. You know that it makes sense. You don't marry someone to whom you're genetically close. In Islam, that's a thing to do.
No, it's not actually. You can't. Are you stupid? You Christians are liars. You cannot understand culture and religion.
They get it from the
You're
village.
using what maybe Pakistanis, Indians, or Bangladeshis do. Do Arabs marry their first cousins?
BBC 3.
Any Arabs here that marry their first cousins?
Get this.
Sir, stop taking him
BBC
seriously.
3 has an article, an
Yeah, you're
Let
right.
his weak argument speak
Pakistani
for
woman
itself.
showing that her father wanted to marry her first cousin. And she was saying, well, I don't know. She went to see different people.
Was that
And,
religion?
And they were giving pros and cons to marrying your first cousin. And the
Okay.
genetic argument was one. It was on the BBC. They
Oh,
tried
the
to
BBC.
sugarcoat it. So it goes on, and that's why it was a programme on the BBC. This is what Islam
The
mandates.
British Brainwashing Corporation.
Christianity
No,
does not.
it's quite fair-minded. Come on, don't throw the
Christianity
baby out
also
with the
mandates
bathwater.
monogamy.
It is. It's a brainwashing corp.
It's,
No,
it's a
It is.
superior civilization. No doubt about it. Islam is an inferior
It's better than
civilization.
Vatican TV.
So what's
Islam
Christian
mandates-
civilization?
Islam
Pornography,
mandates-
crazy HIV rates, right? Drug abuse, abusing your neighbors, the poor being exploited by the rich, capitalism.
Are you depressed?
Yeah, I am depressed because I live in a Christian country, allegedly. All right, I was born and raised
No,
here.
actually, you're wrong.
Yeah, sorry.
Latest research published 2 weeks ago, and this is shocking news for him.
Yeah.
Under half of the population, for the first time, define themselves as having no religion at all.
Yeah.
So we're no longer we're in a post-Christian country.
No.
I know that.
They may
Oh,
not have
well,
religion.
are we
They may
now?
not have religion,
Is
but they
that
still
so?
believe in God. There's
Is
been a
that so?
paradigm
Yeah.
shift.
You surprise
They've
me.
left
I
religion,
didn't realise
but not
that.
God.
No longer bending the knee to the Pope anymore.
I'm surprised. You tell me something I didn't know.
You know,
God.
Catholics
amazing?
in Mexico,
I love it.
Catholic drug dealers in Mexico, they represent all
Vegan.
Catholics, right? So when they're chopping off people's heads, taking their faces off, cutting their body parts up, they're doing it for the Catholic Pope, yeah, and Christianity.
you're such
It's all for Christianity, isn't it?
Listen.
And when women are not allowed for abortions, and they're made to suffer, and they're rapists, and saying, ha ha ha, you're having my baby
You've been
now.
reading that it's so
That's
too long.
that's what Catholics as well,
You
isn't
want
it?
to try the
Catholics
financial
hate
times.
women, right? They want to abuse women. They want to keep women down.
Who's they?
Women are Catholics.
Who's they
Catholics.
again?
Women are not allowed to have any rights. Yeah, any rights, right? No, women are allowed to have any rights. The only woman in Catholicism
You're as bad as
that's
he is.
allowed to have any rights, right, is the mother
as
of,
bad as
is the woman you love, is the woman you worship, right? You worship Mary,
you
right,
nearly
as the
finished?
mother of
You
God.
nearly finished?
No, yeah. You worship Mary as the mother of God. Yeah. I know.
Discussion.
He's a crazy guy. You gotta have jokes with him. You gotta make up mad stuff. But yeah.
That in Islamic
No,
law,
wait.
a man can have four wives,
Yeah, that's
and a man
great.
can divorce his wife.
And the Pope
As he
and the
pleases.
Pope can have 4 gay lovers. Nobody cares.
To
How many
Christian
Muslims can
marriage.
afford 4 houses?
How many gay lovers is a priest allowed? How many gay lovers is a Catholic priest allowed? Oh wait. How many boys
thinking
is
a
that?
lot about the same thing, haven't you?
How many boys is a Catholic priest allowed to abuse before he gets moved to another church? How many altar
know.
boys?
How many is it?
I don't know. I'm asking him.
Oh,
How many
I
altar
thought you
boys?
knew.
How many altar boys is a priest allowed to abuse before the
I don't
church
know.
moves
What
him?
do you say, sir? 6, 7,
So you see-
9, who knows?
How many altar boys? How many altar
law-
boys?
How many do you want?
I don't know. I want to know from
Islamic
him.
law versus Christian law. Islamic law is grossly inferior. It's barbaric. It's subhuman.
Actually, economics. We
So
can use
then,
economics to show
what we need
Christian
to
law
do
is a joke.
Is to say
Christian law is
That's-
abuse the
the more
poor,
Muslims-
give them alcohol.
you have
It is. It's in
in
the
the West,
Bible.
What language does the word
more
alcohol come
degraded
from?
the West
Indian
becomes.
maybe.
No, Arabic.
No, it doesn't. Arabic
Arabic.
is shows.
Alcohol,
You have in the
al-jabir,
West,
algebra.
the more
Ah,
degraded
ah. No, it's
West
not.
Arabic.
You're
So
probably
why
talking
do
about
Arabs have a
alchemy,
word for
alchemy or
alcohol?
whatever.
Fewer Muslims,
But it actually doesn't come
the
from
more
there.
elevated the West
It doesn't.
is.
The alcohol is not the Arabic word. Arabs use a word that begins with S for alcohol.
That's what?
Yeah, but you want to check the
I know. They use a
the
word that
roots
begins
of the
with
word
S.
alcohol are
It
from the
begins with
Arabic.
S. It's
Is
like
it?
a.
Like Zeno's paradox. It's like maybe there's some paradoxes, but not everything's paradoxical. 2 and 2 does make 4, does it not? Oh, not always.
It
I like
doesn't.
it.
It doesn't. Because of Christians,
it.
does 1 equal 3 or 3 equal 1? You know, they have nothing to really say, man.
Religion's just mine. Just mine. Catholicism. The only religion that's historically based. This fairy tale, for example, is made out of candy floss.
So let's
Now
get
the
back to
sweetness.
reality here. When is the British nation going to have this great choice as to whether they should ship out
Yeah,
Muslims or not?
when are the Catholics going to become Nazis again? When are you going to become a Nazi again? You Catholics.
I don't know, do I? I'm not in charge.
Sorry?
If they put
Yeah,
me in charge, things could
thought
be
you were.
improved.
Are they going to throw you out as well? Are you going to say, oh, I'm a Catholic, and they're going to say, nah, you're not white enough, and we're going to chuck you out?
But surely that's just religious intolerance. Surely the fact is, most Muslims in this country obey British law. They're part of British society. That's all we can say.
Tell me something.
No.
Tell me something.
I just told you something.
Tell me
I
something
said,
else.
surely most Muslims living here are law-abiding,
something
right?
else.
They pay their taxes. What's the issue? You're just
Tell me
religiously
something else.
intolerant.
Tell me something else. Population
So
of
he
Britain.
accepts what I've said.
I don't know,
He
he's
accepts it. He has an
coming,
argument
he's
against it.
coming.
Population of Britain, about 60 million, right?
Last time it's actually
Okay,
more.
answer this.
last
He's
census said-
wants to equivocate. Answer me this. Britain has a composition of, say, I don't know where, 50 million white European stock, and the rest
Why
a
skin
mixture.
color? Why is skin color important?
Hold on.
Because
Now then,
Jesus was white and Mary was
imagine-
white. And he
Imagine
worships white
Britain,
people.
Jesus was English.
instead,
Yeah, according to him.
instead, imagine it was
He was
90%
Palestinian.
Pakistani Muslim. Would it be a better country or a worse country or the
No
same?
idea. No idea.
If
No
what?
idea.
Yeah, but you've determined that it will
Any
be a
other
worse.
takers?
You've decided. for
What was the
yourself it would
question?
be
What
a
was the
worse
question?
country.
What was the question?
More Pakistani, would it be a better country?
It'll be a better country.
Yeah, better curry.
Yeah, exactly. More doctors, more barristers, more lawyers for you, more engineers.
More kebab merchants.
Yeah, exactly. More kebab houses.
All I've asked.
Because you know white people love curry.
Maybe not a simple answer, simple question. If this country was 90%.
Now, which country are you
say,
talking about? Are you
Pakistani
talking about
Muslim,
England, or are you
would it
talking
be a
about
better
Scotland,
country than
or
it is
the
now,
UK?
or the same,
Hello?
or worse?
Hello?
There's variables. Would America be interfering in the political process?
So they
No, the
can't.
Americans don't.
Well, I'll tell you what.
They do here.
It'd be more
There was
interesting.
actually going to be a coup in this country in the 1970s. The Americans were getting ready to do a coup d'etat in Britain. And put what's his name? Yeah. Look it up. Yeah. They were going to put Lord Mountbatten in charge.
What the American Navy was going to quote.
No, they're going to do a soft coup. They're going to do a soft coup.
I don't think so.
Look it up. Look it up.
He's from the country of Liverpool. He's a Scouse immigrant.
Oh, he's a dumb Liverpoolian, so forget that.
Some of you are really scared to open your mouth.
How come you're not in tracksuit?
Why are you wearing shades in
Because they were in
October?
Liverpool.
Where's your shell suit?
Not talking to the Muslims.
Where's your cell suit?
I'm talking to those of European stock.
And you're not one of them.
European stock.
Are you European? Are you a white European?
What's European? What's European? What?
Those people, ask yourself. Don't forget, in Britain, city after city, little white girls have been raped, gang raped, and sold by Pakistani men to each other.
What's the price?
You've got to think about Pakistanis, haven't you?
You know, let's find out.
Remember that?
Yeah, but your people are raping
That's not
people
just
all over
one
the
city.
world.
Never
So that's a stupid
in
argument.
this
Yeah.
country
You're getting as
have
bad as
Englishmen taken those girls or other people's girls, raped them, gang raped them, and sold
Well, that's
them.
criminal
to
activity.
men
What's trafficking?
Criminal activity.
What's female trafficking? Are you stupid?
in this country against solely against white females
I've never heard that argument before.
by solely Muslim men to other Muslim men.
That's a lie.
People don't do that.
Maybe that means nothing.
Anti-Muslim or anti-paedophile.
Maybe there are no consequences to that. Maybe it means that maybe there are no consequences, no conclusions you should draw.
To what? Conclusions to what?
So that's why we should ship the Muslims.
To what? To what?
Is that what you're saying?
So, okay, so when a black guy commits a crime, we should deport you and your entire family, right?
No, forget that, man. Forget that.
Huh?
So you
No,
see,
it's love thy
He's from
country,
Iraq.
love
allowing
thyself.
millions of an alien religion, alien values into your national territory. You
It's not
get
alien.
this
Muslims have been
Hold on.
here
Dog
since
behaviour.
Al-Andalus.
Where did Christianity come from?
They say
We like
Where did
curry, we
Christianity
like
come
kebabs.
from?
they say that white
Did-
females
did,
are whores.
Was
Are
Jesus
they?
an English guy? Jesus was an English guy, right?
Jesus Smith.
Jesus Smith, his name was.
Jesus Smith.
Robert Paul or something. Paul Smith.
يا ديمة خير وعطاء ويمام نقاء وسخاء يا نجما شع فأبهجنا يا شعلة نور وضاء يا ديمة خير وعطاء ويمام نقاء